Hello everybody, welcome back and thank you as always for watching. We have reached the point where we are going to play our first song, so do hope you're looking forward to this one as much as I am. I do remember when I first played this how I do felt rather pleased with myself actually once I got all the way through this one, being the first song I ever played all the way through. So I hope it leaves you feeling as good about yourself too. The reason I've chosen it is twofold. It's a very straightforward song to learn, and it's also an extremely good exercise in counting time and getting the correct rhythm of the song. As I've said before, we're with the drummer, we as the bass are the rhythm of the band, and even if we learn the right notes, if we're not playing the notes in the right rhythm, in the right time, then the song will still sound wrong. So, as well as learning some notes and playing them well with the technique we've been covering, it's also a great exercise to get yourself counting and hitting on the right beat. The song is called Black Star Dancing by Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds. So, what you may find advantageous to do is to get yourself a copy of the tablature of it. That's how I learnt it back when I did learn it. I got it from Ultimate Guitar. If you search under Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, filter it to bass, and then you'll see the list of songs and go into Black Star Dancing and it'll list the tablature for it. Now what you'll see, this is a rather homespun version of what a tab looks like, but what you'll basically see is something like that. Oh, that's coming through okay. Unfortunately, for those of the myopically challenged among us, tabs aren't printed out that big. They're quite hard to read, to be honest. So I do hope that was a little bit easier to read. Before, what I'm going to do is I've got my MP3 loaded up. I'm going to start playing the song, and we're going to start counting to it and getting the rhythm, and then I'll show you the notes to play. Because the notes that we're going to play to begin with actually repeat for about 80% of the entire song. So even if you only learn those and not the rest of it, you're well on the way to learning the whole thing anyway. So I think those are a real good start point. But before I actually start the song, just one interesting little point to make here. This was, like I said, the first song I played all the way through. And I first heard it, it came out at the time that roughly the same time as I started playing the bass. And the first time I heard it, I just thought, yeah, catchy enough little tune, that, quite enjoyed it. But the second time I heard it was winding back to my early films. I was talking about how I started to hear music differently. And this was one of the songs that I started to hear differently. Listened to it and I thought, I could play that. It doesn't sound that bad. And I went off to research what to play and found that's when I came across what tabs were. And I read the tab and I thought, I can do this. If I really just take my time with it, it's not that hard. With the greatest of respect to Russ Pritchard, who plays the bass for Noel Gallagher's band, it won't be the hardest song he's ever played in his career, I'm sure. But as I said, as well as the right notes, it does require absolutely bob-on timing because it's quite a stripped-back song and the bass really does drive it. So if you're not playing it in the right time, then the song won't sound right. And Russ obviously does a rock-solid job in the timing of the thing. But an interesting point with the tab came as well. The tab tells you to play. It doesn't tell you in the tab, by the way. It doesn't tell you what notes to play. It just tells you the number of the fret. So at the time, all I got told was play a 5 and a 7. So 5 on the third string, 7 on the second, and then 5 and 7 on the second. And I thought, right, that's what you do, because I didn't understand my fretboard at the time. Now that I understand it a little better, I actually realised that you could play this song on any of the 4 strings on your instrument. What we're actually doing there, if we play 5th fret on the 3rd string, we now know that we're playing a G on that. And if, going back to last time's film, if we apply the rule of 5s, 5 frets, if we come down a string and move across 5 frets, then we're playing the same note. So if we're playing the 5th fret on the 3rd string, and then the 10th fret on the 2nd string, or the 15th fret on the bottom string, the E string, we're playing the same note. And of course, going the other way, we're on the 5th fret there, so 5 actually is the open string, the G string at the top. So you could play this song on any of the 4 that really take your fancy, and if that's what you want to do, then obviously please do that. I learnt it purely because the tab told me to play 5 and 7 on 2nd and 3rd strings, and that's what I've always done whenever I play it. And I like it like that because your hand stays in the one position and your fingers are just transferring from the 2nd to the 3rd string, and your hand movement is minimal. So that's why I've always stuck with the 2nd and 3rd strings, and will always do so, to be honest. But it's just another good sort of underpinning story about how the notes appear around your fretboard. Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all is just switch the song on, hear the start of it, and there's 8 bars. If we're going to get used to counting 4 beats that make up 1 bar of music. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. And when you've had 8 of those, that's drum and keyboard playing at that point. It's a very quiet little intro. But as a bass player, we come in on the 9th bar, having had this 8 break. And what we should have done by that point is be aware of the speed of the song. It gives us a chance to hear the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you should already know in your own mind what the speed of the song is from that, so that when we come in on bar 9, we're already playing at the right speed. So switch on and we'll hear the intro and just get the speed of the song going. Hope you could hear that okay. What was going on there was we got the from the 8 bars, and then on the 9th bar we play 3 notes. We play the first 3 notes of every 4 and then rest on the 4th beat, and then leave a whole bar clear and then play another 3 again. So it sounds the G on the 5th fret sounds like so you've played 1, 2, 3, rest, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as I said before, that is nearly 80% of the whole song. It's all that happens. So if you can learn that little riff and get the timing of it, then you're well on the way to learning the whole song straight away. Now, it may help you if you haven't got a copy of the tab, you may prefer to write this down, just make a few quick notes. And if you want to call that section 1, then you're going 5, 5, 7, 5, 5, 7. But of course with the timing, those are the notes to play. And we'll call that section 1 when we're playing it. Section 2 changes slightly. It goes up to, it's just 3 notes that we play them and let them ring for 4 beats. So we play an A, 2, 3, 4, then the G, 2, 3, 4, and then he goes 3 single beats and a rest on the E. Rest, 1, 2, 3. So put all together, that sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest, 1, 2, 3, rest. And then the second time, he plays just 4 ringing notes, A, down to G, down to D, down to C. So you could play that as on the 3rd string, 7th fret, 5th fret, and on the 2nd string, 5th fret and 3rd. If you've got the tab in front of you at this point, it may look a little confusing because the tab actually does a little run down from 7 to 5. I would say, just for the purposes of getting your first song out of the way, don't bother playing that. Just play the C and let it ring. That's section 2. Now, section 3 goes back to the 5, 5, 7, 5, 5, 7, but there's no resting bar this time. So he just plays 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, rest. And he plays that 4 times. But if we're playing that section actually 100% accurately, he does a little jazzy bit. He plays the 3 notes from G to E, then he plays 2 Ds, but the 3rd note, he splits it in half and plays 2 notes in the same space, so 2 quicker notes instead of 1 longer one. And what he does is he goes from D to E. So that sounds like, and that's worth spending some time practicing, to be honest. If you just hit 2 normal beats on D, and then at double speed, hit a D and an E, and you've got that riff off as well. So that's all there is to it. G, G, E, D, 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 E. And you play that 4 times, and that's that bit done with. And then it goes back, that's section 3, and then it goes back to section 1 again and starts doing the verse again. So we're back to just 3 beats out of the 4, rest, and then a bar resting as well. And we do all of the second verse like that. Then we play section 2 again with the ringing A, but this time we do it 3 times, not 1 time. Okay, so we've got 3, and then on the 4th one, like we did the first time round, A, G, D, let your C ring, don't bother with that little run down from 753. And then this is the final different section of the song, just in what I suppose you would call it the guitar solo of the song. He changes the key of the song and they start playing on a new note which we've not used before, which is B, which is the 2nd fret of your 2nd string. And that's really straightforward. All he does there is he plays 3 and rests 1, and then plays 4 beats. Rest. Rest. And he does that 4 times. And then the only nasty bit that you've really got to contend with in the whole song is, having played your last lot of 4 Bs, you've got to get straight back up to do that bit again. So it's about making a quick change from the 2nd fret of your 2nd string up to the 5th of your 3rd. And that's worth just spending a little bit of time. You've probably played the B with your index finger. Go straight up with your index finger to the 5th fret. And that plays that. And then once you've played 4 of those again, like you did the first time round, then it's the closing bit of the song, and we're just back to section 1 again, playing rest with a resting bar in it, and that goes right the way through to the end of the song. And that is all there is to it, folks. If you've got those 4 sections written down, you've got the whole song there. It's just a case of getting them in the right order. So you've got section 1 that does G, G, E, D, D, E. Section 2 is, and then, and section, that was section 3, and then section 4, sorry, no, section 3 is the quicker beat, with the half beat, stepping up from D to E, and then the 4th section is just those repeating B's, and that is all of it. So, how long have we been going it? We've got 16 minutes. I'm going to now play the whole song all the way through. I hope it comes through okay, and then that should give you all the information you need to take it away and learn it yourselves. So, I do hope you enjoy. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, section there we go. Hope you enjoy that, folks. Best of luck. Take your time, break it into the sections and give it a go. See how you get on. As always, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and I'll hope to see you soon. Bye.